Real estate agents all over America about to get the surprise of a lifetime. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. Just going to give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Before we get started, I will take this opportunity to let people know I just went through probably one of the hardest times of my life. Insanity. I couldn't even believe it. So I'll share a little bit with you guys. First of all, just so everybody knows, I typically follow a saying, don't talk about your health unless it's good. Man, I'll tell you what, this was probably the most trying time of my life. About, almost 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, I was chewing something and my crown broke off my root canal. I'm like, that's not good. Off to the dentist we go, oral surgery, bone graft, sutures, gnarly. Then the kiss of death. It gets infected. Sidelined big time. But it gets better or worse, depending on how you look at it. Then to top things off, after antibiotics took its toll on me, horrible. My gosh, I didn't realize how hard antibiotics were on the body. Then I get the cold of death. Like, this thing was the worst cold I've ever had in my life. I'm still on the tail end of this thing. It's been almost 2 months of pure the hardest time of my life. But I'm still here to give economic warnings. So if anybody's gone through what I'm going through, man, my heart goes out to you. I am praying for each and every one of you. But today we're going to report a little bit on what's currently happening now. The landscape of real estate has clearly changed, and for my faithful followers, love each and every one of you, thank you for continuing to follow the show. We warned about this early on when you looked like an idiot to say anything but get into these markets. This is the best time to be in housing, the red hot housing market. We knew unorganic growth, overnight appreciation, that constitutes bubble behavior, and every time the market exhibits bubble behavior, it's going to have very high crash risk. Although some people just couldn't wrap their head around that, could they? Well, they're starting to wrap their head around it now, but I continue to see, especially in my own city. And as much as I want to blow the lid off of the people that I saw posting this stuff, I won't, because I know you can use your imagination and probably seen the same thing yourself. When I continue to see, and this is something I had a really hard time with, I was part of local transactions here in my market. I'm part of transactions all over the globe, well, the nation. And when I saw a house set a record for a never seen before high before, I didn't take to my social media to announce such the thing. Oh, my buyers got the highest recorded sale ever. And then somehow it gets better or worse again. These agents, and when that happened to me, I did not post that as much as maybe I even wanted to. Oh, that was a record-setting high for the area. Great. Maybe I should go grandstand on social media. I couldn't bring myself to do that. I couldn't, because I know that this is not normal. So why would I do that? The fact that it happened, yes, it happened. But did I go post about it? No. And if I did, and this is the challenge I have. I saw another agent here in the $1 Million District saying, oh, we had a record-setting sale. I had a record-setting sale. He's taking the credit for it. Like he had something to somehow do with this record-setting sale. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You set no records, agents. If you're out there posting on your social media, I was able to bring a record-setting sale for this transaction, I wouldn't do that because you didn't do anything. A housing bubble accomplished that for you. And so now that's on borrowed time. But here's the other challenge I'm having. These same agents, clearly, if you're posting that on your social media, you're not looking outside your own local market. And this is where I have the challenge. If you don't understand, I work in the same market. It's a euphoric market. I know I'm going to get you sold if I price you right. I know there's a chance I might I won't, but a record could be set for the area. I know all this, but I also look outside my own local market. So when I see these agents, all systems go, basing the future on their local market. I'm a little concerned for these agents. I'm hoping you're stacking cash. What I'm seeing from them on their social media doesn't necessarily indicate that. What I see are agents acting like somehow this is going to last forever because their local housing market continues to perform. Listen, friends, they're falling like flies. And side note, there's another account, because I have a real estate account, so of course I'm connected to a lot of industry people with my Instagram, primarily is what we're talking about right now. Lenders. These lenders now are bailing out of the industry. So if you're an agent, I would take a look at some of your friends, if you have any, that are on your friends list that are the lenders. They are dropping like flies. I've decided to make a career change. I've had to do a lot of soul searching. This has been the hardest year of my life. That is the posts I'm now seeing from the lenders. So that's going to have a trickle down effect for sure. So I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned when I see this type of behavior, because for me, the landscape of real estate has clearly changed. It's clearly changed. I mean, it's so hard to sugarcoat this one. But just because some local housing markets continue to remain propped up, let's just say, haven't experienced, and I was just talking to one of my partners in real estate here locally. And we had a property we were dealing with for a buyer. We were doing showings of properties. And he's like, dude, like things are getting so hard. He was complaining. Things are so hard right now. Like, why can't these people just make up their minds? And I remember talking to my partner early on in the crisis, before interest rate hikes, warning him, as I was doing here on YouTube. And it was in one ear, out the other. Now, he's a smart guy, smarter than me, and a more accomplished real estate agent. But one thing I will say, I noticed even him getting a little bit irritated and uppity and annoyed that he's now working a little harder to make these transactions happen. Before, like I said, a 10-year-old could get a house sold in the bubble, and to see the people acting like they were special, that this was normal, was really hard for me. And I know many of you understand that because you've been with me for a while as I rang the bell, sound the alarm, let people know as we read between the lines and look between the cracks that this thing would have blowback. The dust would settle and we would pay the piper from the economic stimulus. It all comes back to stimulus. Although, because people have their masks off, the whole issue is now in their rear view mirror. My advice is continue to keep that whole thing as close as you can in your rear view mirror. There has never been a more important time than the time you're sitting in today. Unfortunately, most people they're in big trouble. Why do we know that? Well, there's so much to pull from now. I always say throw the dart at the economic challenge map. You're hitting something, but there's a couple metrics that continue to come to mind. When you have now the banks reporting the U.S. savings rate is at an all-time low and U.S. credit card debt is at an all-time high, that tells me what inflation has actually done to people out there. The majority, there's a few people, I saw this in the last recession, that were virtually unaffected by the recession. But the masses got affected by the recession. And here's the challenge. We're just getting started. And final thoughts I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy that wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Real estate agents, welcome to the swimming pool. You're on borrowed time. My advice is start stacking cash. Don't grandstand anymore. If you have record-breaking sales, leave that to yourself. Nobody likes to see that kind of behavior anymore. At least I know I don't, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. And that's why I'll continue to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.